Good, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for reading Clockwork
Oh,
Princess.
listen, no problem. It's been an absolute pleasure.
So I tweeted about you reading, so I'm just going to ask you the top 5 questions that I picked out. How was it reading all of those foreign languages like Welsh and Mandarin? My fans know that the books are full of Latin, Romanian, Welsh, Mandarin, German, all sorts of languages mixed in. How was that?
You really picked them, didn't you? You really had to pick the 2 that are just almost impossible to get right.
I know.
My family from Wales, well, long ago, I mean, I'm not from there, but I have a bit of Welsh in me, so I thought I would be better than I am. It's difficult getting that ch in there, but it's been a lot of fun. We kind of go through it syllable by syllable and try and get the flow of it. So it's been quite good. The Mandarin's a little bit more difficult, but like I say, you couldn't have picked 2 more difficult things that I was like, oh God, here we go.
I've thought that myself, actually, because I often have to read the books out loud at signings. And so what I'll usually do is, start reading the scene, and then I'll say, and then Will said something in Welsh, and just skip to the next bit.
Yeah.
Because I
Will swears in Welsh.
Any of those things.
Yeah.
So, if there was a movie of the Infernal Devices, would you want to play Will or another character if you could be anybody?
Honestly, I would like to play Josiah Wayland.
Yeah, really? You like him?
I love him. I feel like
He's
I need
a bit villainy, no?
Yeah, but I do that, and I like. I feel like I need a few more years and a few more, pounds on me. But I think I would love to play with Josiah Wayland. I love his complete ignorance and kind of incredibly un-PC attitude.
Oh, do you prefer happy endings or tragic endings?
It's funny because I think all my favourite films have all got sad endings, but I think that the older I grow, the more I prefer happy endings. But I have to say, I'm a bit of a sucker for tragic endings, and I like a bit of a cry. So if
there's a happy ending, do you want to feel like the characters have earned it?
Yeah, exactly. I want them to have gone through some pretty sad times, which there is in this book.
You've been a god, you've been a werewolf. Would you rather be a werewolf, a god, or a shadow hunter if you could be anything?
Well, I would actually like to be probably a combination of the 2. I'd like to be Wolsey Scott.
Oh, he's fun, yes.
Yeah, so he's kind of a werewolf and kind of in the shadow hunter world and kind of a god in a way.
Yeah, he's got a lot of power and he has a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I like him. I think him and Josiah Wayland, I like them equally, but I think...
That's interesting because they're a bit opposite.
They are, but I could, I've been a werewolf, so I can do that.
And the question they asked the most is, the readers want to know, do you think they'll like Clockwork Princess?
I think they will. I mean, I enjoyed reading it, and I always enjoy the last book in a series the most because you feel like you can, say goodbye to characters, you wrap up endings, and you know...
I know, it's always the toughest to write, but it's always the most satisfying.
Is it the toughest to write? I would imagine it's kind of, you kind of can do all the things that you wanted to do all along and resolve all the things that you wanted to.
Yeah, but you've written all these checks in the previous books,
Yeah.
Sort of like built up the emotional stakes, really given the characters all of this, weight to play out. And then in the 3rd book, you have to make sure, that it all plays out in a satisfying way.
Yeah, I
It's
guess.
very challenging, but then when you're done with it, you just feel like, really amazing. You're like,
great.
The story is told. It's very satisfying. So thank you so much for talking to me. This has been absolutely great, and I really appreciate you reading Clockwork Princess.
A pleasure. I hope you enjoy my reading it.
I'm sure that I will.
All right. Thank you, Cassie.
Bye, Daniel.